It's the official start to the 2020 census. But no one counted on a pandemic. But the coronavirus has upended huge parts of that campaign, which envisioned crowded public events centered on the census. Promise Neighborhoods, an Allentown, Pennsylvania, group, had to scrap a local basketball tournament that would have drawn hundreds. Chicago is setting up 100 computer kiosks for online census work at gathering points, but pandemic-spooked residents are not gathering to use them. Detroit census organizers canceled 90 public events that were supposed to promote the headcount. Unable to draw crowds or even to knock on doors, census supporters are improvising new ways to drum up response. Detroit plans to enlist 600 neighborhood block groups that will compete to achieve the highest census response. One California group has abandoned its door-to-door campaign and is instead handing out census information at places like food banks. State and local campaigns everywhere have ramped up social media advertising. In Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley, a campaign is targeting Hispanic households that are traditionally hard to count by inserting Spanish-language ads in Facebook videos that are reached via Spanish internet addresses. How does the census count those who don't respond? The Census Bureau has not completely figured that out. The Bureau had planned to dispatch hundreds of thousands of census takers to track down tens of millions of households and individuals who fail to respond. The plan was to record their answers to the census questions on specially equipped iPhones. Whether and how that happens depends on if the pandemic ebbs sufficiently to make that sort of door-knocking safe. Experts say much of that work may be able to be conducted fairly safely, in front porch interviews that do not require a census taker to enter a household. One unanswered question is whether households that have already ignored repeated requests to fill out the census will even open their doors to strangers in the midst of an epidemic. The Bureau has extended the final deadline for finishing the count by 2 weeks, to mid-August.